The Rugby World Cup is one of the most watched sporting events in the world, and the 2011 World Cup is currently underway. This year it's been played in New Zealand, and the world's top 20 nations are currently battling it out for the title of world champion. Ben Darwin had an illustrious rugby playing career and was lucky enough to play for Australia in the 2003 World Cup. Now retired, Ben is working at the new rugby franchise, the Melbourne Rebels, and we recently caught up with him to discuss his experiences with rugby's biggest tournament.
Hi, my name is Ben Darwin. I am 34 years old and I am currently the video analyst and scrum coach at the Melbourne Rebels.
The 2003 Rugby World Cup semi-final game versus New Zealand would be Ben's last. In the 46th minute, a scrum was pushed upward, forcing Ben's body into a position that pushed his spine into his spinal cord, shutting his body down.
As I came up in the scrum, I could hear a cracking sound. I thought it was a firecracker or something going off in the grandstand. It was actually my neck popping. And as I stood up in the scrum, I realised I couldn't feel anything below my chin.
Big push by New Zealand that scrum, but there's an injury has been occurred. It looks like it might be to one of the Australian front rowers. We can't see exactly who it is.
Distinctly sort of looking at my arms and legs and thinking, well, they're not mine because I can't feel them. And then feeling did come back over the next hour or so, and I remember thinking, oh, even in the ambulance or the hospital, I'll be fine to play next week. And then that night the doctor said to me, you should get yourself a lottery ticket because these injuries either end with death or, quadriplegics or yourself, and you're very lucky. And there's certainly people I've met since that have had less injuries, but less impact, but greater level of injuries, becoming quads and things like that. So I'm very, very grateful I get to walk.
Upon recommendation from medical staff, Ben was forced to retire immediately. He was essentially thrown into what is the deep end for professional sports people after they retire, which is going back to regular life after professional sport. It
sort of took about 2 or 3 years, I think, to put things back together again. I didn't enjoy my experiences in Perth and left my job there and sort of tried to put things back together again, went and saw a psych and actually just tried to make things balanced again for myself, and worked on my house in Newcastle, and after, I suppose, a bout with depression, you build things back up again, and then I've ended up coaching again and now back down here in Melbourne.
Ben has since moved on with his life and is now the video analyst and an assistant coach at the Melbourne Rebels. He and his wife have also just had their first child. Ben also let us know that the rules around the scrum have changed since his injury and are now focusing on the safety in that part of the sport. Ben has also been asked many times if he would let his son play this sport, and his answer is yes, because of those changes to the safety. He and his family are now watching the current World Cup from their home in Melbourne and are hoping for Australia's success. Tom Van De Vusse, Deakin University, Go2 News.